Welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Robo Athletics and powered by the Rolla Athletic Booster Club. I'm your host, Tom Brown, and today we got Coach Matt Calvert. Gonna go with your dad again. Matt Calvert from our Bulldog Soccer team, man. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Glad to. Thanks for having me.
Well, I tell you what, it's your second year.
Yep.
You had a 16-8 record, I believe, last year. So again, good quality record for your first season, and you had talked about when we had done the pre-soccer preview last year, but you really want to build that program.
Yes.
And you want to grow the program.
Yep.
And holy cow, have you grown that program, man. 52 people out for the team or on the team right now.
Yeah, on the roster this season, 52.
That is incredible. So Dave Roberts at the Phelps County Focus, the legendary Dave Roberts, he had talked to you and you had this quote in there that I love. If I'm cutting a third of the players, it's hard to grow the program.
Yeah.
I mean, what a statement right there. So talk to us a little bit about how it's going and again having the C team in there as well.
Yeah, so we're very lucky to get a C team this year. When I was trying to guess numbers on tryouts, based on summer, people coming out to the open fields and that, I was thinking we'd have 40, low 40s, and then we had 52 come out for tryouts, and it blew me away. I was very excited about that. When I talked to Cabby that Monday night, right after the first tryout, I said, if things stand, I will have to cut over a third of the kids that tried out this year, and that's against what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow the program, and to cut over a third of them would be counterproductive. So he was very supportive. He said, yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen. What do we need to do? And so we talked it through. We're still working on getting the C team some games. Since this just happened, we didn't have the luxury of months of organization and all that. This was one night 3 weeks ago that we said, let's do it. Let's go for it. So far we've got a game scheduled. We're working on getting a shootout scheduled for them. Working on getting them. But the most important thing is that they're getting to train all season with the team. They're part of the Bulldogs. There's no discrepancy. Varsity, JV, C team, they're all Rolla Bulldog Soccer.
Right.
It is one big program. It's growing, and I love to see that. So it's been an awesome experience.
Well, and with that, then you got to make sure you got the staff to help you support it. Because again, if that was going to be just on you, that's a load. So,
yes.
So you got some additional people helping you out?
Yeah, Kirk Roberts, he has a son that plays on the varsity team. He's been very involved with soccer for a while. He asked if I needed a volunteer coach this year, and originally I had him being the goalie coach. Take the goalies, train them so they can get some personalized training. And then I had 52 kids try out, and I said, hey, so small change of job, would you coach our C team for us? And so he's jumped right into that role and been very helpful. Very thankful to Coach Roberts for coming out for us.
Well, that's wonderful. Again, it's always having a good staff in there to help out. Again, when trying to build that program,
Absolutely.
Get all things in there, provide that focus you need. So you got a lot of key returners coming back.
Yes.
Heavy junior senior class.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's a blessing for any coach when you're trying to get that program going. And then you got some new folks coming in at some key spots. So give us a little preview of kind of how the team's shaking down right now.
Yeah, returners, we're returning most of our back line, actually all of our back line. Kyson Lortz is moving up into the midfield for us to replace Cameron Cooper, who was a big starter for us, so he's got some shoes to fill there. But our whole back line coming back, Owen Harrison, Aiden Mertens, and Andrew Thimgen is coming off the bench from last season. He was varsity ready by the end of last season, and he's ready to go this year, play that center back for us. Caleb Dobzinski up top, our leading goal scorer for the past couple years, is back, and he scored 3 goals in our jamboree, so he's ready to go. Our midfield got some shoes to fill with Beckham, Armstrong, had that nice long throw for us, great crosses. Mohamed Algrey is moving into that spot at the right wing. Alex Roberts is back at the left wing for us. And then up top, kind of the one new starter is Grant Smith. He was a freshman last year, sophomore this year, and really grew and developed over the summer. He's ready to step in that forward spot for us. So really looking forward to the team we have this year. Oh, and my center mids, Kyson Lortz, Roman Stanislawski, and Nick Jennings. Some of the strongest center mids. They read each other's mind. They move the ball so well. I'm really excited to see how we control the midfield this year. I think that's going to be one of our greatest strengths.
That's me, yeah. Having all that in place, having those positions, key positions coming back, and
Yes.
valuable experience. And then your new goalie this year.
Yeah, Jack Greenway. He played JV for us last year. He kind of came out of the woodworks. I know a lot of the Knights kids. My dad being the president of the club, and I didn't know Jack existed until he came out last year for tryouts, and just was incredible. So really looking forward to him stepping up into the varsity slot for us this year.
That's always having those those diamonds in the rough that kind of come forward, stepping up. And he's a junior, I believe, so you're going to have him 2 years.
Thankful for that.
Yeah, you talked about Grant coming up as a sophomore again. He's a big, tall sophomore too, so gives you a little bit extra in there if you get some headers and stuff. So yeah, kind of nice adding to the whole team. Yeah,
they really fit into the style of soccer we're looking for very well.
And you already mentioned the Jamboree. That was on Tuesday night, or was it last night?
No, that was. I'd have to double check.
But you went through it a little while ago, and were you happy with what you saw? Did you have questions answered? Any questions still out there now?
Yeah, it was really good affirmation that we're doing the right stuff. We're doing the right things. We beat West Plains 3-0 in the Jamboree, and then we beat Washington 1-0, and Washington put up a pretty good fight for us, but we beat them. We took it to them. We played well. They're doing the right stuff. The key now is just to keep doing it faster and faster and faster. So really upping the level of play, because we got a tough schedule this season.
Yeah, we'll talk about that here in a second. And actually, you got your first game this Saturday here at around the Lions Memorial Field. We're on the grass or the turf. We'll see how it goes, but it's the Bluefish Shootout.
Yes.
Right?
Yep, the Bluefish Shootout. Got Neosho and Hannibal coming down. We'll play Hannibal first and Neosho to follow. Looking to really start the season off with a bang. Last year, our first game, Hannibal beat us 3-0, and the boys, they did not like that very much, and so they're excited for this season to come back and get a little revenge in that game.
Nice. So 10 a.m. Do we know which field yet? Or just
grass if we can. Okay. The weather changes things. If it rains, we don't want to play on the turf or the grass because it's a little dangerous for the players. And this early in the season, we want to tear that field up.
Exactly. Okay, so 10 a.m. here at the high school complex. We'll figure it out, and then 12 against Hannibal, then 12:30 against Neosho.
Yes.
So that'll be great. So we talked a little bit about the schedule. So again, leaving the Ozark Conference, now you were forced to scramble like all the coaches here, filling in that, and you've typically had a tough schedule anyways, because we do got some strong players in the conference, but your out of conference schedule is always tough.
Yes.
So what'd you do? What do you think? What's your thoughts about it?
Well, we definitely brought the level up this year. We lost teams like Lebanon and Parkview that were typically not as competitive against us. Hillcrest, we usually could go out and win those games pretty handily, but we dropped them and we picked up teams like Springfield Catholic, St. Francis Borgia, and we've even got DeSmet coming to us this year.
Nice.
They're going to come down next Saturday, and that's a little different than playing Hillcrest.
Yeah.
So we went out and we're looking for teams, and all these really good teams reached out because the boys did play so well last season. They got these good teams interested in playing us, which is for growth of the program, is a really nice step to take. So,
well, I just had seen a post on Facebook that Coach Howard had ran up into one of his old players from Rolla in his first year, whose son plays at DeSmet now.
Yes.
And so kind of the whole loop closure thing.
I have a feeling Coach Howard knows someone about every program in the state.
That's pretty much how it is, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so before we go, we just want to recognize a couple sponsors that we have. Start on Inside the Huddle. So we got the Juan Skills Academy doing basketball, and we got In Full Bloom balloon decor, backdrop rental, and more. You see those a lot of the signings and events that are around town. So again, thanks for them, and big Bulldog supporters. So I do have a quick question for you, though, on kind of the last thing. If you had to get a 3-on-3 contest going here between your staff and the team, how's it going to go? Who's going to win the 5?
It depends. Does the staff have to run? Do we have to move off the ball?
So
if we can keep it a really small space, I give us a chance.
Okay.
You spread that out at all, I don't like our odds.
Okay.
I don't like our odds.
Yeah, because I don't think anyone's catching Caleb out there.
No. No, he's quick.
Yeah, we remember he played basketball for us when he was young. Dude was just a lightning thing. Now, whether or not he was going to get that control that ball to go up.
That's
with it.
exactly right.
So we knew soccer was in his blood at that point.
Tell everyone Caleb's got 2 jobs. It's go forward fast. That's his job.
That's a good one. All right, so Coach, good luck this weekend, this Saturday in the Bluefish Shootout, and as well as the rest of the season. We'll be catching up again, but keeping tabs on how the program's going.
Awesome.
All right,
thank you.
For Coach Matt Calvert, I'm Tom Brown, and from inside the huddle to the heart of the game, we'll see you next time.